guess I don't need this. Just need this.
Nah.
Does your asshole itch?
No. Okay.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Sweet.
With Mike J and Pedro.
Hey guys, what about me?
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Hey, dickheads, you forgot about me, Matt Baguette.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything! Everything I've ever done!
What up, y'all? Three of us back again. Episode 78. You know, I reset the name, but oh no, it is reset. It shows on YouTube. In the app, it's not showing the new one. But welcome back, guys. It's been over a month. We're slacking. This was not great. Not great at all.
Oh yeah.
We took a long time. It's not.
But we're here.
It's not good.
We're here today.
It's not good. I have to answer one question I saw in the chat before we started. Heretics Archives asking if the PlayStation will get an update soon. It literally just got one. It got two. It got one last month, one a couple weeks ago, or one last week, and one like 5 weeks ago. And no, it's not the big update you're waiting for, but that's not even in progress yet. So if you're looking for the update with all the new areas and animations and models, no, that's not happening for a while. But yes, we are updating it slowly, but yeah, it's going to be way behind. At this point, for it to get the big update, we're going to have to finish working on the PC game because we can't have them working in parallel on stuff that's going to change. It's just too expensive. So sorry about that, but thanks for buying it.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing it.
Yep.
Yeah. So we did just release a big PC update and hotfixes. So
Huge.
cheers to the team on that long,
It took way longer than we
arduous
expected.
process. Yeah, this is the problem with making an open world game is that anytime you do anything, it breaks everything.
Yeah. We already released an hotfix for that update. That's how much updates
I think we
are
might have
necessary.
another one, right? Another fix in a week, or maybe we don't know, but maybe another one. There's more things to fix.
We have a second hotfix coming very soon, actually. If the first one wasn't enough, we already have another one coming.
Yeah, but we won't give a date because I think if we give a date, we're not gonna stay true to it. We don't know. It could always change. So
Yep.
That's hot. That's hot.
But a lot of new stuff, especially the graphics got a lot better, and the thing is we didn't even ship everything that we've made for the past 6 months. We've got way more to come. So
Yeah, there was sort of a stop a while ago with incorporating stuff into the merge, and there's some big stuff coming, including Matt's literal jerk-off material, which is DLSS and FSR support.
yes,
Matt's
yeah.
been
Actually-
begging for that for like a year, 2 years.
yeah. Now that we have
More.
it, it's fine. It's fine if we don't like rush it because they keep releasing new versions of it that only get better and better. So I guess if we upgrade it as well, they will get the best version. So
Yeah.
but it's good. A good
Yeah.
performance. Whatever you prefer, FSR or DLSS, it's gonna help a lot. So I think it was
Yeah.
worth it. Yeah.
with newer graphics cards. Not even that new anymore. A couple years old even.
Yeah.
I think what 2080s and up, is that where it's at, or is it even lower?
Something
than
like that, yeah.
I think if FSR goes to like a 1080, you can have a
Oh.
1080, or it works with FSR or 1060. Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
happy birthday, newbie Gunsmith.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy. Yeah, Postal 4 will have mod support one day. It's really not as easy as everybody thinks it is. And
Yes.
it's going to take a long, concerted effort of basically nobody touching the game.
Yeah.
It requires organization and exclusion and lots of stuff that it's just super time consuming, and we haven't had a period of downtime on the game. So like there is no way to just finish this until everybody's not working on the game, which is going to happen at some point in the near future. We're going to be taking a break and hopefully working on something else. But that's not right now. So
And making sure that the updates that come after don't break the mods, which is also not easy. And it's gonna happen. If we do update the game, it will break mods, but at least at a point in time where we are comfortable with the game that we've presented to you, where an update would only come years later or something like that.
Yeah.
So first, co-op is going to be a priority before the mod stuff. And even co-op itself is going to take some time to test and make sure that it works, because we want to give you a proper experience, because we learned from our mistakes. We learned from 1.0 that if we introduce a new feature, it has to be perfect. It has to work properly. I mean, it's not going to be perfect.
And
It's
with
early access at the
networking
end of the-
support, that's a fucking massive hurdle. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough. But
But
people are
the-
gonna get it.
it's
We're gonna
the-
get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
I think we will probably have one update before the co-op. It's not decided yet. I guess we will see, but we have a lot of content and things coming, like new skins, new stuff. So
All the free downloadable content you want.
yeah, and it's free.
It's free.
It's
I mean, it's not free. You did have to
Completely.
pay for the game, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
there is no second charge, third charge. Maybe we should have done that. Maybe we're like robbing ourselves blind of not having microtransactions, but nah, because I feel like we make enough money off of our web store to offset that. So
Yeah. I mean, we do have some DLC coming up for April 1st. It's going to be some serious microtransactions.
Oh, yeah,
just
serious,
like we had
very
for
serious.
just
Huge.
like we had for Postal 2.
we're actually
where-
going to be announcing a new product on the store on April Fool's that you're not going to believe is real, but it is. So any of you listening, when you see our April Fool's joke, it's not a joke. And I don't mean
They will
anything
still
in
think it's a
Postal 4.
joke.
I know they'll still think it's a joke. They'll probably still think it's a joke when they're actually pre-ordering it, and then when I ship it, they're thinking we still took their money until they get
No,
it.
actually, what's the good thing? You're giving people a reason to watch the podcast. So now the people who watch the podcast will know
That
and tell the
something's
other
real.
people.
Yeah, the fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of
No
people
one will
watching
be
right
ignorant.
now. Actually, like there's a ton of people on Twitter that are watching this right now.
On Twitter.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Really?
Like over 350 people are watching on Twitter right now. So, hi,
okay.
Twitter people.
Hello,
I don't think
Twitter.
you can comment on this. We can't see your comments in the chat because I don't think there is a way for that. But thanks for watching.
Hello, Elon Musk.
Yeah. Hello,
Elon
Ellen.
Musky
Do you think
boy.
Elon Musk is watching right now?
Oh yeah. of
He's a
course.
huge gamer. Of course, he's watching.
Yeah, he's super tapped into
Absolutely.
the indie game development that is Postal.
Yeah.
Pedro, why don't you talk about the big update that we just released for Postal 4 and the biggest stuff in it for people that don't know?
Sure. So basically, we have so many things that we couldn't even fit into the patch notes. Mostly bug fixes, crash fixes, performance, and the things that you see immediately are new skyboxes and overall better lighting. The whole game just looks much better. We have just so much that we have added. Houses now, some houses have alarms. So if you trip one of those lasers, you can actually trigger an alarm that will bring police to you. There's just so much, so fucking much.
The
And
gnome. The gnome.
the
bins.
gnomes. You
But
can
what
now,
about like the biggest thing? Like we fixed missions.
we fix missions, and I wouldn't just say fix. I would say adds more to it. The animal catcher errand now has an expansion where you can either piss off a bunch of. They are kind of like a mixture of furries and PETA, so they are both together. You can piss off that new group by grabbing their animals from their animal shelter, or you can just do the errand like you used to. So yeah, that shit is pretty fun. Lots of new stuff coming for some
There's
other
a
errands.
there's a new area with the errand we added.
It's a
in the back.
completely new area. Like
Yeah.
that area
And-
was
and
not
actually,
there.
We will add a little bit more to it when we have the turret that we teased a while back. It's not
Yeah.
in the game yet, but it will come in the game in the near future. So yeah, that's Sofa turret, and yeah, it's like that. Aaron introduces like a new hate group. It's like there's some maniacs with like animal mask, and they are pretty sweet. So
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not terrorists on Monday, like the Postal 4
Yeah.
haters have wanted so badly.
Yeah.
But it definitely gives Monday more action that it didn't
More
have.
content, yeah.
Yeah,
I think this update overall brought a lot of like polish to that the game needed. Like the graphics are better, the gunplay and the animations feel more like snappy and better, and
Yeah.
things just work better. Yeah, it's just more fun. I mean, I've seen on Twitter. I mean, some people are still obviously not happy, but a lot of people they came back to the game and now they are like actually enjoying like playing the
Yeah.
game a lot and just messing around. Not even doing the mission, just going around and messing with
it just kind of
NPCs.
sucks that this update's not going to be for PlayStation for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah,
okay.
it sucks.
Because like we understand people's concerns. Like they bought the game on console, they want the same shit that's on PC. But truth be told, like it's not that simple, especially if we have a separate team working on the ports. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. If you have a PS4, you're even more penalized because a lot of things are just not gonna make it to PS4. That's why we gave
Oh
you
no
a
no
free
no!
upgrades.
PS4 is almost dead right now,
It's
and I don't mean
suns-
dead
it's
as in
being
it's not going to
sunset.
work. The update that just came out for it might be the last one, so we haven't finalized that, but there's just no way it's getting all this new stuff. It didn't sell well enough compared to PS5, and development for it is a fucking nightmare, like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if you only have a PS4, but luckily we gave you a free PS5 key with your PS4 purchase. So when you do upgrade, if you ever upgrade to a PS5, you will also have Postal 4 for your PS5. So yeah, just make sure you upgrade because PS5 Pro is probably going to come out this year, which means regular PS5s will be cheaper and scalpers won't be able to jack you, and they'll just be getting rid of them. So unless you live in a country that has really, really, really bad currency problems like Turkey, you can probably find a PS5 for pretty cheap coming up soon. And even if it's not cheap, I mean, in the grand scheme here, right? A PS5 at full price is what, $600?
Pretty much.
That's
That's
cheaper than a
insane,
nice
yeah.
graphics card for a computer.
Yeah.
I mean, and I personally, I'm a PS5 gamer. That's what I play games on. So
PS5 is great actually. No, it's good
yeah.
value.
That's what I play all my games on now. I barely play any PS4 PC games like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see some Turkish people sad in the chat. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why?
Everything's expensive there. I know.
Yeah, because
But
not
I'm
our
actually
fault.
the
I
thing is,
mean,
like,
It's not our
I'm,
fault.
I'm pretty excited though because I'm excited for the PS5 to catch up to what the PC has, but even what we're gonna add in the future is pretty exciting. Like we have a lot of cool things coming, so yeah.
Yeah.
Just be
exactly.
patient. It takes time. Also, I mean,
Yeah.
Takes
I
time.
think people don't realize that first we are like a small team, but also when we update on consoles, we ask the port team to do it, and then we have to submit the update, and then they have to approve the update. So it takes
Well,
forever.
not only that, they can't just take the build that we have. They actually have to like go through every single one of our
Yeah.
change sets and profile them and see what's going to work out of the box, what's not going to work out of the box, and then they have to individually work on each change set to make sure it doesn't completely fuck up performance, memory usage, all that jazz. Yeah.
But actually, the PS5 has some cool like dual sense features, like you blow and for like the health
Mhm.
pipe and all
Yeah,
that.
you can smoke it. You can smoke your health pipe by blowing into the PS5 controller now.
And we did
Yeah.
fix a bug with that. We fixed a bug that if you blew onto the microphone, you'd hear from the
Well,
speakers.
actually, once your crack pipe was enabled in the items, it would just turn on the microphone, and whatever noise the microphone heard, it would repeat out of your speakers,
Yeah.
which was kind of annoying. But that's
But
gone
it's
now.
fixed.
So, see, we
yeah,
are
like-
updating it. Just, one little bit at a time.
Yeah, and like it's the only I think it's the best usage of the DualSense controller, like smoking and health pipe by blowing onto the microphone. That's
And
just fucking
flipping
genius.
and swiping down to unzip
Yeah.
your zipper.
Zoop,
Yeah,
zoop.
that is good. I like that.
Yeah,
That's good
we
shit.
we're, it's
That's good
unique.
shit.
It's unique. I don't think Sony cares, but we care.
They
Yeah.
can learn a few things from us. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because both of those things are technically objectionable content in their objectionable content classification rules. So we don't want to point it out too much to them.
Yeah,
You know, I keep telling people that, I mean, out of all those big companies that we try to publish on, Nintendo, they are kind of being nice with us. It's kind
Oh,
of
they don't care what we do.
Yeah.
they don't give a shit.
When Xbox cares a bit too much and Sony, they're, I mean, they allow us, but they are still being
It's
little
just
bit
a
hard on us.
shame that Nintendo's console is by far the weakest.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
we would be giving Nintendo people everything.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that and the
Yeah.
fact that they're based in Germany. If we're talking about Nintendo Europe, if it wasn't for that, oh man,
Yep.
we would definitely try a lot more, like a lot more stuff for Nintendo. But yeah, there's some obstacles.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that is our Postal 4 update. I want to give a little bit of merch update right now, just stuff that we're shipping. I'm sure you guys know for a while we've been shipping these little Postal Redux Digipack
look at that.
CDs, which is kind of cool. I've sold a lot of these. People seem to love buying CDs. I don't know why. But we just got these in, and these are a little bigger than the tiny little CD pack that we have here. This is a 2 LP vinyl of the Postal Redux soundtrack. And here's disc 1.
Look at that.
Look at that. Super cool. Little
Looks like a
blood
crystal.
splatters. And then disc 2, as you can see. Pretty cool stuff. Sounds great. We actually got a record player here in the office. Never thought I'd have one in my life. But we do. Because not only do we have that, we'll be shipping these soon, which
this looks
is the Brain Damaged 1 LP vinyl. But super nice artwork, super nice case. And then the disc, well, it's inside of one of these sleeves. This is how much of a pain in the ass vinyls are. Look at that. It's piss.
Wow. It's fucking beautiful
Piss yellow, guys. Piss yellow.
because physical media doesn't have to die, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be digital. We also want to bring physical media to you, even if it's very expensive.
It's
okay?
expensive, and we do give you Steam installers. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean it's what you get.
The other thing we're selling
In this day
now
and age.
are display posters. They're big metal posters that go up on the wall with magnets. I have a bunch of them around the office here right now. We have like 9 of them up on Displate. So if you want to check these out, don't just go on Displate and search for them. Go onto our site at runningwithscissors.com or postalswag.com and click the links to pick up the various Displate posters we have. That's the only way we get paid anything reasonable. If you go search for them on Displate, we get literally ass fucked on our rev share. So I know you guys have been bitching about having a Craccios box, Postal 10th anniversary, for a long time. This is the only way to get it. This nice metal poster. And last but not least, we're not selling this, but I just wanted to show everybody my girlfriend. This is my new girlfriend. The Postal Mad Cow guy's been hanging in there, but my Dune popcorn bucket has been with me through thick and thin since I saw Dune 2. So I know we're planning to talk about it later, but Dune 2 is so fucking good.
Oh yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Did you see it,
I
Matt?
loved it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
good. Glad
Did
you
you
saw
fuck
it.
the popcorn?
I
bucket?
I was watching Paul Atreides ride the worm, and I was riding the bucket at the same time. So
So-
They didn't. I'm sad they didn't have it here. So
no, they
I
didn't.
had to
I'm
do
kidding.
it like
They didn't have it in Japan, but I was riding. I was
Yeah.
just riding the normal popcorn bucket. The normal.
you
yeah,
created your
normal-
own. You created your
I
own
mean,
I made
popcorn
my own.
bucket.
you created your own pocket pussy. Yeah, same here.
Makes sense. So yeah,
Yeah.
all that merchandise available. Postalgames.com, postalswag.com, runningwithscissors.com, anywhere, pick up our stuff. I ship dolls all the fucking time. Actually, I want to talk about that. We currently sell 8 different dolls. We have 3 more that are in progress right now. There's 3 more Postal dudes coming. There is Postal Movie Dude, Postal 3 Dude, and Postal 4 Dude. So we're going to have those shortly, probably within the next 2 months. And then we've got some new ones planned for this year. I'm not going to spoil what they are, but they're pretty fucking good. So as of right now, we got 8 dolls. Soon we're going to have 11 dolls. And then by year's end, we're going to have 14 dolls. And
It's
another
Pedrito.
vinyl. And another vinyl, which I can tell you, it's going to be the Postal 2 original soundtrack. So make sure you go take a listen to that on your favorite streaming service. It's already there. So check it all out. That's all the Postal stuff I think we have for today. I don't think we have anything else to talk about right now.
We have merch for days. We have updates. We have yeah.
Oh,
also,
the new
we
Fudge
cannot
pack.
forget.
The new Fudge pack.
Yeah, the new Fudge
Yeah, yeah,
pack.
It's
We can't
actually
forget
about
that.
to ship right now. It's about to ship to us. We did repackage the Fudge pack now. It's going to be on a Blu-ray disc. No, that does not mean it works on your PlayStation. It just means that it's on a bigger piece of media, and most of you probably don't have a Blu-ray player for your computer, but most people aren't using that disc anyway because most people don't have any drive in their computer anymore. So the new Fudge pack is going to come with Postal 1, Postal 2, Postal 2 Paradise Lost, Postal Redux, Postal 3, Postal Brain Damaged, and Postal 4, as well as all of their original soundtracks and the art book that comes with Postal Brain Damaged. The package is going to come with a poster and a sticker, and it's in a really nice, beautiful, redesigned Fudge pack box.
Designed
So-
by Andy,
By
Mr. Andy.
Andy himself.
Yeah, Andy drew the new Fudge pack. The disc itself is fucking gross. You're going to love
Yeah.
it. You're going to fucking love it.
That's
So
perfect.
if you're waiting for a new physical package from us with everything on it, it's going to be $50. I'm hopefully going to put it up for pre-order here in the next couple of days, because once I know it's shipping to me, then I'll get it out to you guys.
I don't think Isaac Nightfell understood. Yeah, Postal 3 is included in Fudge Pack. It is included, and thanks to our friends at Zoom Platform for patching the game, and it's available only through Steam and Zoom Platform, of course, not on GOG, but you guys have it available on those platforms if you want to buy for some reason. But yeah, it's also going to be on the Fudge Pack.
Yep.
Just so you know.
So that'll be here soon. So be ready. Okay, enough Postal stuff for now. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Let's move forward.
Stardew Valley's 1.6 update smashes its Steam player record.
Yeah. All it took was
Basically,
one
the
update.
guy is like, I'm gonna make version 2.0.
He look the guy is like he has one of the most coolest success stories. Like fucking made a game that is like it's not very I wouldn't say it's deep, but it's deep enough for a lot of people to get into, and it's a really good game, and he made it almost by himself, which is
Yeah.
so cool that he's still doing more shit still. He's still releasing updates, and he's pretty much treating the game like Postal 2. Like he will
Yeah.
update this forever, you know.
I think he's been
So-
working on it for like 10 years by now, almost.
Yeah.
I think.
And now he managed to break these records by releasing an update, and we couldn't be happier for him. Like really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Never played it.
He
Don't
goes on
know.
there like
You
he
should
goes in
try it.
hiding for like 6
Yeah.
months or a year, and then he comes back with like a huge update. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
That's cool.
sometimes that's all it takes. Just keep working on your video game, just keep doing new shit, and people will appreciate that. Um, some people are appreciating the fact that we have still been releasing updates for Postal 4. I mean, of course, we will keep updating Postal 4. The game we still have a lot of potential for the game, and we need to deliver some of the promises like co-op. So naturally, we'll keep updating it.
Yep.
And this game is like successful, right? Stardew Valley, but sometimes devs update their games that are like negatively reviewed on Steam for like years until
Yeah.
they think it's good. Yeah,
Just
so
like we
that's
are.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like it's the best thing you can do is if people are not happy with with their purchase, we'll try to make them happy with updates, not with words, just updates.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, it's like the passion. If you love your project and you want it to succeed, you're gonna keep working on it.
Yeah.
So.
Which is not really the case with Stardew Valley because it was already a good game on.
Yeah, it was already
on-
super successful.
It was already perfect, but he's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, I'll just keep updating it," and
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I mean, that's
Good
not.
shit.
It's just like not the common tale, right? Like,
Yeah.
nowadays we have things like Cyberpunk, where they literally spend 10 times our budget, more than 10 times our budget, 100
Yeah.
times our budget to fix
yeah.
their game, just to fix their game.
Yeah, and No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk, like those games have a shit ton of budget, so it's a no-brainer that they would get updated. But yeah, I mean
But
it's
sometimes
really
they don't.
cool.
Like
It's a
they
cool
see
thing
the
to
game.
see.
Sometimes they see the game tank right away at release, or like getting review bombed, and they're like, "Well, goodbye."
Yeah, like we're not.
and then
Yeah, we're not spending any more money on this.
Yeah, and then because like they know like the editor or like the shareholders, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go move on to a new project," and then they don't update it. So
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's as a business owner, that sort of like makes sense, right? Like you can
Yeah,
only dig in so far because, I mean, at the end of the day, just because you're going to fix something does not mean people will like play it again or review it better later. Like they might,
Yeah.
but you may have lost all of them. So like it's just kind of hard to justify it. But I mean, you have to. I
and
mean, you really
sometimes
have
also
to.
like the players never understand why we release the game so early. But it's like we are not drowning in money. We are like we have to do something about it.
Yeah,
so.
that's a hard one. It's a hard one to justify to people because it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
you say, right? Like all they know is they bought something,
Yeah.
and it didn't work.
I mean,
But which
usually
game
what I
comes
told.
fully
ahead.
finished nowadays? Barely no games, even AAA. Like
Yeah,
every game has
especially
some kind of.
AAA.
I mean, I know people
Yeah.
had problems with Alan Wake, but I didn't have any problems with it at all.
Yeah, no, I didn't have
See,
any problem.
The problem is like sometimes I approach them and say, "Would you rather not have anything to play and wait for a product that's not going to be as good because there's less funding, or would you rather have something to play, provide funding for a better final product, and then get that final product stronger?"
I have a feeling that a lot of people have just been burned too many times.
I mean, we understand that. Like, it sucks. But then again, if AAA companies with all those budgets can, release unfinished games, then why can't an indie company do the same, but be transparent about it? I mean, we've always been transparent. 1.0 sucked, okay? We understand that.
Yeah.
But we are updating the game. We are still working on it. And
Well, reviewers,
if you believe...
reviewers are never going to change their reviews.
Nah,
So
nah. Absolutely not. But if people believe that they were burned by, by that practice, then I mean, we'll keep trying to make sure the game is, what you paid for.
Yeah.
We'll just
I
keep
I feel
updating it.
I feel like at this point it's just like people just want to jump on the game as soon as it comes out, and it makes sense. I mean, if you spend money on it and you waited for a long time, but at this point, I don't mind anymore. Like just waiting a week or two until they patch the game when a big game comes out. Like the servers will be more stable, and then they will do a few hot fixes, and then the game will work better. So
yeah. Sorry that. And then it looks like Battlefront Classic Collection is doing the same thing too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It did. And I bought it. I played for an hour and a half, and then I refunded it. And I know they will fix it, and I will probably buy it again. But yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, what were they thinking? But at this point, I'm asking the same question to so many games. So yeah.
Everybody's hopefully getting used to it.
Yeah, no, I mean the thing is like it's not a brand new game or IP. It's like a beloved IP, right? Like if you fuck it up, like you're gonna get the wrath of like, and the like people have like big nostalgia for like those old games, right? So if you like fuck it up even a little bit, people will like come after you.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Yep. And we have
but
had people
yeah,
come
like-
after us before.
I mean, okay,
yeah.
imagine we really re-release like Postal 2 and we completely like fuck it up. Like people are like, you'll get a death
I'm not even
sentence.
not even just fucking it up. Like I'm like wondering what would happen because like I mean we're not working on it right now. Don't like
Yeah.
let's not pretend. Nobody think that we're actually doing that. But like we probably would have to change stuff in it just to like
Yeah,
get
I mean,
it
we have
onto.
to update it to modern standards.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Sony's even going to take it with some of the content that's in it. Period. And we have no. This isn't PC. We have no choice. If we want
Yeah.
the game on PlayStation, we probably have to take things out.
Yeah, with PC, like we have all this freedom and we are more than happy to have it. And we keep, having a very uncensored version of our games on PC. When it comes to consoles, people are shit out of luck. If you want the core uncensored true experience, you have to play on PC because
Yeah.
corporations, okay? It sucks. That's why I prefer to play games on PC because
I think we would have for PlayStation to remove like the milk and the terrorists, right? I don't
Probably.
think they would take it. Yeah.
The
I'd
entire
say-
first mission would probably have to change.
we'd probably have
church-
to change the entire.
The church might have to come out.
Yeah.
The Asian restaurant would probably have to come out. Like,
But
there's
at
just a
least
lot
that's
of
PC,
stuff
right?
that just doesn't. It's like it's stuff that's been there and people still play it, but
Except if you're called South Park, you've got the free card, but for some reason, I don't know how they do it, but
and not just
yeah, we are
South
not-
Park, fucking Rockstar.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Rockstar- yeah,
plenty
Rockstar
of
get the free card.
racist jokes in every.
Yeah, yeah.
What
They
kind
get
of?
away with it.
They still do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get away with it because these companies know just how much money they will get
Right. Right.
with
yeah.
GTA.
But
With just
Also,
the
there's
name
one
GTA.
reason. There's one other reason. GTA, every publisher wants that game on their platform.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we wanted to do so many things, but we can't because corporations say no. But when the bigger corporations do something, they get away scot free.
especially like
they can
GTA
do
6 will be the
everything.
biggest game release of all time. Like it will blow everything. So, like, yeah.
Damn, that chat is going crazy there.
Yeah, I'm just ripping somebody because they Star Wars is dead to them because of the wokeness.
What happened?
I don't know. He just doesn't like
I
the
don't know. I
wokeness.
haven't been following.
I mean, the thing about Star Wars is like every other IP, they are good projects and they have bad projects. That's it. Like,
But yeah, but hating something doesn't mean it's like they call it woke. Come on.
oh yeah, no.
You can't call something
Yeah.
woke because you hate it.
I'm sure things that came out like 20 years ago, some older people thought it was woke. Like, because things are just evolving.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. Everybody is the angry grandpa on their lawn
Yeah,
yelling at
yeah.
Cloud.
Yeah, Postal 4
want my Star Wars to be racist like it used to be.
just like in back old good
Oh,
old days.
God. Please.
Was it ever racist?
No.
It wasn't. So
No.
No.
I mean, Jar Jar is definitely a little bit on the nose. All
Yeah.
Gungans
Still, I
actually are
wouldn't
a little bit
consider
on the
it
nose. Noimoidians, the Trade Federation, those are clearly a little bit racist. I'm probably going to get
And,
called woke for even saying that.
Yeah. I
Probably.
mean, we've been woke stole for a while now.
Yeah, we
so-
make the wokest game alive, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
even though we make fun of SJWs and
No,
modern
Postal 4 is
bullshit,
woke. Sorry,
we
no.
still- Yeah, our game still gets called woke despite that.
Yeah, well,
I
the
mean,
first mission isn't about terrorists, so
Yeah,
jump off
mean,
a
we-
cliff.
this is what's so funny because even if we like adding terrorists doesn't make the game less what they call woke. It's just we would be reusing the same joke 4 times already or 5.
Are we woke
I'm-
because the dude
I lost
wears a drag? Do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it's optional.
maybe I think those people they probably didn't play the game enough to go up to that point.
Right. They don't even know.
No.
Yeah.
They don't.
They don't even know. They hated it so much because the first mission he's homeless, which means we're woke.
Yeah.
Ugh, God,
So-
we're so disgusting.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Can't believe we've done that.
Awful. Metal Gear Delta's producer says we're doing our best to create a modern style Metal Gear, but the core design will remain unchanged.
I think it's fine. I mean, that's the thing. When you make a remake, you want to find the right balance between staying true to the original game, so you don't make everyone mad, and then modernizing it and making it like fresh enough. I mean, that's kind
Right.
of the thing that would happen if we were going to make a remake of Postal 2, of Postal 3, or whatever, right? Like, you would have to modernize the game because I mean, I think the gameplay in Postal 4 is much better than, like, plays much better than the one in Postal 2 back then. But you would have to, like, change the story a bit, maybe, and change a few things. But you would want to keep the spirit, like the soul of the old.
Yeah,
game
I mean,
Postal.
in a perfect world, you literally make a 1-to-1 remake, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like, you just can't. I mean,
Yeah, but also there's so many like you see I mean, everyone loves Postal 2, but you see things that are in Postal 4 that I would want now in Postal 2 when I'm playing it. I'll be like, oh, just driving the little scooter around or the cart is pretty fun and like stuff like that. So some of the weapon from Postal 4, it would be cool to have them in Postal 2.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I think that a 1-to-1 experience is definitely possible. I think the only modernization in remakes that I agree with is graphics and some accessibilities. I think the
Yeah,
stories
yeah.
should always be the same as much as possible to keep everything, true to the core. When I see, for example, a re-release of a game and they have the little warning saying, "Oh, this didn't age well," I'm like, that sucks. But at the same time, it's still better than completely changing parts of the story just to appease to a modern audience. I think
Yeah.
that it's very important to make sure that if we are going to remaster or remake something, the spirit is there, the idea is there, like the whole story is intact. If it has to be watered down for consoles, that sucks. But luckily, there's always PC, and PC,
Yeah.
will always be the best
right. But
experience,
here's the
especially for
problem,
Postal.
especially for a tiny team like us. If we're doing that, we don't have the money to make
Yeah.
2 different games, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
whatever we create has to be ported. So, like, we can't change an entire mission completely just for PlayStation. I mean, in the perfect world, you do, but like that's just tacking on an extra, I don't know, $150,000, $200,000. Like, it's just
I mean,
not.
I think if it
No.
was one mission, sure, but in Postal 2, there's so many things that would need to change, like so many things. So
Yeah.
that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So
And I deal with
And
it
it
every
fucking sucks.
fucking day now. Like, our biggest video on TikTok is my response video I made last week. It's got 1.1 million views. I mean, the whole thing is it's me saying Postal 3 Remake's never going to happen, but maybe Postal 2. So everybody sort of took that as it's happening or it's confirmed or it's in the process, which it's not. It's literally not. So now all I get is nonstop questions about Postal 2 on mobile, Postal 2 on PlayStation, Postal 2 on Xbox, and like I don't I can't comprehend. Do people think we're stupid and we don't like money? Like, of course we want this game on everything. Of course we do. Like, no, we don't. We're not on Xbox because we're PlayStation exclusive. I mean, I would love that, but we're not.
Oh yeah, just the other day somebody told me, "Oh yeah, so you guys took a deal with PlayStation to make it exclusive." I'm
Sure
like,
did.
"We
You mean they said
fucking
yes?
wished.
You mean they said
We
yes?
wished.
Here's our
Yeah.
PlayStation.
I fucking
Here's our
wished, like, if we
PlayStation
had the
deal. Can we put our game on PlayStation? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we asked
I mean-
Microsoft, can we put our game on Xbox? No. Okay.
Like if we had an exclusivity deal, we would absolutely say yes because the other guys don't want to do anyway. So why the fuck not?"
Somebody was yelling at me yesterday saying, well, don't you own the game? Don't you have the assets? You can just put it on Android. And then I was like, well,
Sure.
actually, it's not that simple. Number one, it's not going to
Maybe
happen.
if you give us let us do a few thousand hours of work.
Yeah,
maybe,
it would
maybe
need to
you'll
be
have-
remade and then somehow scaled down for mobile, and then it wouldn't even make it on the store. Which, believe me, I've gone to great lengths to make sure people know it would not be accepted on the Android App Store. And then they yell, "Well, you can just put an APK up on your store and sell it." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean like sell like 500 copies in the lifespan of this? Like, are they crazy?"
Yeah.
You know what? You just use the GTA Mobile example. Look how shitty it is. Lacks music, worse graphics, worse experience, more bugs. And that is from two big companies, Take-Two and Rockstar,
Yeah.
who cannot even, and now imagine a smaller company like ours doing the same shit. Like, do people not understand that it's not as simple? Or like, of course we want that shit, okay? Of course we want to get Postal on fucking mobile, fucking everywhere. But we
Yeah, the more
can't.
SKUs, the better. I like getting money
Yeah.
from everywhere,
So
literally everywhere. Give me all the money.
really, like, people need to get
Do you know how
their heads
long
out
we
of
have
their
lived?
asses.
Do you know how long we have lived in the gutter, scraping by? Like, I wish we could sell out. We can't. It's not even possible. We're
Yeah.
so like notoriously banned and blacklisted and not people's cup of tea. Like, there is no logical reason why we're not on Xbox. There's none other than somebody there doesn't want it, and so they won't allow it.
Nobody-
In fact, Postal Redux was ported to Xbox. There is an Xbox build of it. Postal Brain Damage, the beginning of their project, they were only working on the Xbox port. We told them not to because that wasn't going to get approved, and then it was declined. So, like, we have Xbox games. They're just not coming out. So,
Yeah. And look, people can email us all the time about it, but it's not going to change anything. You
No.
have to email Microsoft, and they're not going to listen to you because they're a big
There's
corporation that
clearly
doesn't give a
someone or
shit.
something internally that just says no Postal games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it may not even be
Also-
Postal games. It might just be running with scissors games.
Yeah, I mean, if you want an even better example, indie fighting games, two of them rejected us because Postal Duty is too out there. So you can imagine just how blacklisted we are. That even an indie fighting game which has a bunch of indie characters is rejecting us. So that's how bad it is. So imagine a big corporation now, you know?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. Anyway, Valve is improving their Steam family sharing. But if one of your family members gets banned, everybody gets banned.
Yep.
So you
Not
better
fun.
not let your little Gen Z or Gen A screaming tween play Counter-Strike 2 on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You better
doesn't
not
it
let
have,
any anyone from the Postal team. You shouldn't. You're gonna get banned.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have like an option to select a few games instead of all of them?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember
You can- can, yeah.
the family sharing thing worked exclusively for the entire library, which is a big problem. Like if you have VAC games there, then you will always put yourself at risk. Not even if whoever you're sharing with is, trustworthy. Let's imagine they get hacked. Boom, there goes your account. There goes your games, you know?
But there's a cool thing now that's going on with it is that before you could only have one person using it at one time. Now you can have multiple people using your library at the same time as long as they don't play the same game as you. So you could have 3 people playing 3 different games and it will be fine.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
great. It's great that they keep adding more options. Like the quality of life shit is just, great. You can't match that quality of life with other launchers. So yeah.
Yep.
It's worth the 40% that they take away from us.
Antitrust, bro. Monopolies.
Monopolies.
Thanks, Tim. Anyway, time to move on to our segment that everybody loves so much. Here is this week's fantastic fucking fan art.
Fart. Fantastic fucking fan art. Brought to you by Mike J's Bidets. A clean ass is a happy ass.
This week's fantastic fucking fan art is by, I don't know how to say that, M4GGOTZZZZ on Twitter. And it is a really nice drawing of the Postal dude. I like this art
Good
style.
shit.
Yeah, this is good shit. I can't quite read it because my screen's a little small where this is, but thank you, M4G. And anybody else that wants to get us art, we get a lot of it. I get a lot of art in my email every day to be posted on the website, but that's not where we source art for the podcast. If you want your art to be shown on the podcast, you need to post it on Twitter, and you need to make sure to use the hashtag RWSArt. I would also tag us in the post at RWS Studios, and yeah, then it might make it on the podcast. So thank you, M4G, and we'll see what it is next time. Duck game developer, not fazed by potential publishing delisting. I will never stop updating it as long as my hands and eyes work. What was he, delisted off Steam?
It's basically an issue with Adult Swim games. So anything that's under the Adult Swim umbrella is going to get delisted from all the stores. And what this developer is doing is so pretty much it's inevitable. His game will indeed get delisted, but he's willing to still keep cranking up updates, just as much as he can. So it's pretty commendable. I think it's awesome.
And this game is actually great. The game is a really good party game. Like
out of the whole list, that's the best game they have.
Yeah.
So
it's
what
like
the fuck?
Super Smash Bros. A little bit on PC. There's a little some it's like a nice party game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks for
It's
him.
very cheap as well. Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine what we would do if we got delisted from Steam. Probably go to business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That would be the end of that.
We would
we
just
would
be
have
Zoom
to-
platform. Everyone on the Zoom platform.
Ooh, yeah, we'd be Zoom exclusive.
We would
Yeah.
be zooming.
Yeah. GOG and Zoom exclusive. No, we'd go
Yeah.
Epic. Epic Games.
Yeah.
Think of how much more royalties we'd get.
Yeah.
We would get
They would actually
18%.
pay us.
We'd get 18% more royalties of 1/1,000,000th of the sales.
Actually, Unreal games, like games on the Unreal Engine, wasn't that percentage increased recently?
I have no idea. I think actually, if you were
maybe
on
it's-
Unreal Engine, I think they were like taking less than 12%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they
But yeah,
increased that. Yeah.
It would suck for those who are. Steam is the reason why we are still in business right now. One of the reasons, but still one of the major reasons why we're still in business. So for them to take that away from us, we would be like devastated. And I don't think like as much as we don't like a digital only world, as much as we want physicals, it still makes sense to have our games on Steam. It's the biggest platform, and it's the platform that saved us. So
That's for fucking sure. Steam is our overlord.
Thanks, Gaben.
thanks,
Gabe N is life.
Gabe N.
My New Zealand man, Gabe N or Dave O. Dave Oshry and Gabe N both live in New Zealand. Odd.
Coincidence?
I don't
Not
think
really.
so. I don't think so. Oh, they're all at PAX East right now. I saw that. New Blood is a nice big
I think we
booth.
do have something about Dave Oshry.
In the pod? It's
yeah.
actually next.
Yeah.
Next topic, quote Dave Oshry, you will not enjoy video games anymore if you work in a big studio. I don't think that's actually new news. I think that's old news, but I think people are just saying the quiet part out loud now.
Yeah. It's true.
Well, I can see
they
what
are
is-
only
yeah.
just realizing that big corporations like those big corporate mazes are nothing but trouble, and they can't even get a word in, and the video games and the consumers suffer from it.
Well, one of our pod hosts here works for a big developer, so
That guy over there.
yeah, this guy.
Well,
That
I mean,
guy.
it depends. I worked for big companies before, but like there was a lot of passions, but sometimes it's like watered down by the people on top. Uh, but everyone, like usually the devs themselves, they love playing games and they love making games. But I would kill to work on like a game like GTA or whatever, right? But I'm not sure how it is in practice. I mean, I've had friends working on Rockstar for many years, and I think they seem fine. So I think is like a pretty cool place. It depends on the studio, but I've not heard anyone say good things about EA or stuff like that.
No.
But
Though I gotta say, EA has been on a roll of better business practices lately.
yeah, no,
I'm
I mean,
shocked.
yeah.
But we still don't know what's happened.
Well, it's because that executive left and now he's at Unity and he tried to run Unity into the ground.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
That's
But
true.
I'm actually quite surprised with how EA is trying to leave the worst company. Now I think Ubisoft is up there, but it's definitely over EA right now. But I
Right.
think it's interesting how they're doing a lot better now. Like they release a bunch of classic games on Steam.
You mean indie
they're
games?
remakes.
You mean indie games?
Indie games? Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
indie games.
Indie games. But they also are doing proper remakes, like that Death Space remake.
Yeah, it was
Thumbs
good.
up.
Yeah.
Really good. Like
Yeah.
I was shocked just how good it was, you know?
Yeah. Well, technically, it's
And-
not made. I mean, it's they own the studio, but it's made by and that older studio, that new studio, yeah, from like veterans of the industry. But
Yeah.
I forgot
Matt,
the name.
there's an
But they are
important
very good.
Matt, there's an important question in the chat. Why is the French
it?
guy so good looking now?
Oh damn.
So, wait, suddenly?
Well,
Suddenly.
yeah, because you didn't dress like Vanilla Ice today.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet. I'll try to put a big chain on next time.
He looks so good because it's 3:45 in the morning right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how most of us look at 3:45, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking why people calling Postal 4 the worst game of 2022. I mean, fucking Metacritic voted our game as the worst game of that year, and we'll take that badge of honor. I mean, if it means that today the game is better, that means a lot to us. You know, it's a badge of honor.
Yep, agreed. We took it and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, so TikTok, right now it's our biggest social media platform. So I'm a little biased. I don't want it to get banned. But the bill did pass the House here, which is one step towards it being potentially banned if it's not sold. I don't think it'll be taken up in the Senate until after the election because I think it's a hot button topic that they don't want to have to vote on right now. But I can sort of see why. Like, as a country, we don't want other countries' governments to be controlling some of our largest forms of social media. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very it's very on the fence. Like TikTok, kind of like Vine, invites the worst possible content, but it's pretty much what the users do with it, because I've seen a lot of actual good content on TikTok, like tutorials and shit. But it's always the format. The format is made to be just scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, and it has done a lot to fuck up with people's brains, especially the Gen Zs nowadays, and Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. In a way, it's a good thing. In another way, it's complicated. I'm very on the fence with it, because
Well,
it's also the platform with the most engagement. So whenever we release some content, at least it's seen. Unlike some other platforms like Facebook, for example, nobody checks our content on Facebook.
No.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah.
Anymore,
The thing is, like,
anymore.
Our worst
We-
TikTok videos have more views than all of our other platforms combined.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, TikTok is good, but whatever happens, like, we are getting into that cyberpunk future where our data and everything we do is like owned by corporations bigger than us and
Yeah.
probably bigger than the government. So
Yeah.
And
very
if the
important.
government stops it in one country, it won't be stopped everywhere.
Very
So,
important question in the TikTok. When was the last time I used toilet paper?
very,
Well, actually, just because I use a bidet daily all the time doesn't mean I don't use toilet paper. I have a regimen. It's toilet paper, bidet, and baby wipes. Got to use all three.
It was bidet, toilet paper.
I wasn't giving the order. I was just stating them
okay.
in no specific order.
Yeah.
But yes, I use all three usually. And when I'm at the office here, we rent a space. There are no bidets here, so I have no choice. So it's TP and butt wipes. But I'm a big fan of butt wipes too. It's just not quite the same. You need the shower. You need the ass shower. Yeah.
yeah. Like if I were to move out of Japan and go back to France, that's the first thing I would buy: a nice Japanese toilet or like bidet. Like,
Yeah. You gotta clean that ass.
yeah.
Ubisoft is experimenting with its new AI-powered video game NPCs. I haven't checked this out yet. How is it?
Actually, it's not something new. It's something technically it's not made by Ubisoft at all. It's made by Nvidia. They've been working on this for like a couple of years. They've shown it like every year at GDC. Basically, it's like you take a character, you create a character, you give it like a basic behavior, basic background story, and then the AI will do the rest. And then you can interact. You can just talk with your microphone to the character and have like a natural conversation.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the characters like that's something that would be perfect for a game like Cyberpunk or like Elder Scrolls or Fallout, like because you can create like infinite amount of stories. Maybe not infinite, but like a huge amount of like missions could go like different ways.
Right.
I think it's still very early on to use, but I'm sure some clever people will find a way to do it. But basically, yeah, AI NPCs like with procedural dialogues, and you can talk to them about anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to our cool comment bro of the week. So, with that said,
Cool comment, bro.
this week's cool comment bro comes from not from this world on Steam. He says, needless to say, a lot of very welcome features coming back. I cannot wait until co-op hits. DLSS, FSR 3.0, also a big surprise as well. P.S. The Animal Sanctuary Slaughterhouse is now open for business. Yeah, that's true. All that stuff is true.
Yeah.
Thank you, not from this world. There's a lot of comments. Sorry, go ahead, Pedro.
Sorry, go ahead. We got a lot of good, really positive comments since the last update, and this is one of them. And really, the reason why we keep just chucking these updates is because of your support. So, thank you for keeping our spirits up as we keep updating.
Yep.
And we have so much stuff coming, like more than DLSS, more than co-op. So, yeah.
It's big. We're still doing it. We're still doing this thing, even though a lot of people didn't think we would, and I don't know why they didn't think we would. Just because we don't update Postal 3, which we can't, and we haven't updated Postal Redux as much as we should, but that also was like a major failure. And at this point, actually, let me address that. If you're having problems with Postal Redux, we know. It needs an engine update. We can't just go in there and fix a couple things. We need to completely update the engine, and that's a massive fucking undertaking right now that we just don't have the time or the manpower for. So if you're having problems with Redux, we're sorry. We will get to it. It's just not happening right now.
Yeah, absolutely not.
All right.
At least not in a timely manner.
No. Did you guys watch the Crow trailer? Because what the fuck was that?
Oh God, fucking hell.
I mean,
What
the
the
story
fuck was
seems
that?
yeah, the story seems familiar, but they went for the Jared Leto Joker look on the Bill Skarsgård.
Pennywise the
But,
dancing clown coming in hot.
Yeah,
Did it
actually,
really
he's a
need
very talented actor. I mean, this whole family is super talented. Like their whole but I think he's not been really getting any work. He said after Pennywise because he has a very particular physique.
Yeah.
And but he's doing another movie that looks very cool called Boy Kill World, like something like that. And this looks good. This looks much better than the Crow.
I saw people bitching that he should have played Fade Routha in Dune 2 because then it wouldn't have had to be someone else pretending to use
yeah.
the Skarsgård
Yeah,
accent.
actually, it would have made sense though. Yeah, it would
Right.
have
Yeah,
been,
it would have
Yeah.
made sense. It would have totally made sense. Although Austin Butler did an amazing job and
No, he was great.
his accent sounded perfect.
yeah,
My question is, did we really need another Crow movie, like a remake?
No, I don't think we
reboot?
needed
We
the
didn't
first
need
one,
to.
but
Like the first one was just great. You know, if you never watched the first one, I recommend it. But I don't think we really needed a new one.
and we are
it's
already. I mean, we've
Go
been
ahead.
in the age where every movie that you watch is a kind of like spiritual successor or remake of a very old movie you never heard about. Like even Poor Things, not many people that Poor Things is a remake of a very old black and white movie that was almost the same.
there's
But
7
it's much better.
scripts in Hollywood, Matt. There's literally it's a saying for a reason that everything's based on
Yeah.
something. So
I mean, but
And
at
most
the
of
very
them-
least,
most of
at the
them
very least,
come
if they
from
kept
Dune.
if they kept the same ideas, like if they didn't fuck it up with changes to the core idea, I mean, at least that would make sense. But when they change something so abruptly, to me, this new Crow movie kind of reminds me of the Devil May Cry reboot. Nobody asked for it. It looks stupid, and it's gonna probably flop.
Yeah.
well, I mean, this week the Roadhouse movie came out, so
Well,
which
that's true.
I'm
yeah.
not sure anybody asked for that either, but
No.
I'll
No.
probably
I'm-
probably watch it.
I'm interested
haven't
to
watched it
see
yet.
Jake's performance in the movie. So he went for it. He really went for it. So I'm
The
pretty-
reviews I've read said he's the only saving grace of the movie,
Yeah,
so
right.
that
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. But
Right.
oh yeah, this is where we're gonna talk about Dune. Just so fucking good.
So good.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I am wondering where
expect,
he'll go with the third movie though, because he did skew so far from one of the major plots from the third movie. So I really don't know how it will get there. I mean, I
Okay,
trust.
that's my theory. I'm not gonna spoil the second movie, but I'm gonna talk about what happens in really like in the book in a bit. I think he wants to include Shani and Paul's mom as much as possible in the next movie, and I think they won't do a big time jump. I think he wants to show the Holy War a little bit at the beginning of the next movie, maybe, so you can see the consequences of what happened in Dune Part 2 a bit more, like all the people dying
Right,
in the war
yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
with the different houses.
But they have to
Yeah.
skip enough time that Aaliyah is not like 4 years old. I mean, they already showed her.
Yeah,
And she has to be at least, I mean, I don't know how young you can say Anya Taylor-Joy is on screen, but like she has to be at least 15 or 16 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
I
going to
think
have
so.
to be a significant time jump.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean, one thing he's been saying, he doesn't know because the movie is being so successful right now, so it's tempting to just jump right into the next one, and he wants to do even better. But right now he wanted to let it cook for a little bit, wait
Yeah.
for the actors to get a little bit older, make 1 or 2 movies in between, and then go back to
Yeah,
Messiah
yeah.
and make it. Yeah.
Would you guys
But,
say that this second one had a better pace? To me, it did have a little bit of a
Well,
better
it
pace
had
than
a
the
better
first one.
pace, but as a book reader, it still was moving at fucking breakneck speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
his
It was like-
actual reasoning for attacking Arakeen, I don't think was as solid as the books. But
Yeah.
I mean, the
that's
books
a
will
whole
always be
plot
better.
point that they left out. Like Cheney didn't have a baby, so like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was no
I-
assassination of the
I
baby.
like that she's much more in the picture than in the book because she kind of fades away like in the shadow
Yeah,
of Paul
yeah.
in the book, and now she's more like center. And I think it's gonna create
Right.
a nice conflict in the next movie between him and her. I think.
Well, and I think
So,
it'll make the conflict with Irulan even more of a problem, right? Like
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
For those that read Dune Messiah, it's a fucked up book that's I don't think is really even that good.
it's not so that bad neither compared to so many books. Yeah.
Well, compared to the books later in the series, but the
Yeah.
Messiah
the-
compared to
the-
Dune just sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a very small book. But the reason he wrote the book, I think I remember, is because people didn't really understand the first book. They thought Paul was like a kind of a good guy,
Right,
Like he was
right.
the So he
Well,
wanted like to
I do
rectify.
think that the movie did a good job of making him into not a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But the books will
he-
always be better.
But
That's at the
I
end of the day.
like that his fate is like pushed by many different things around him, and it also as well
Right.
as his mom and all that, and
Yeah.
it all falls on him. and he accepts to take the mantle and become the bad guy.
Right, yeah. I
kinda.
don't love that
Yeah.
they skipped out on the Spacing Guild at the end. I think that was like when he says they all reject your offer, and it's like, well, we're going to war now then. Whereas
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
book,
I
he's
think-
like,
I
he
think-
like looks at the Guild Navigator people, and he's like, confirm that I'm going to destroy all the spice. And they were like, we can see it. Do not attack.
Yeah.
It was more
And-
like
but the-
real life. It's like one
we saw
tiny
them in the
little
first
thing,
movie at
Let's
the
go
beginning
to
of the
war,
first movies.
bitches.
Yeah. Who knows?
I hope they showed the navigators in the ship just for
The
one,
fish?
10 seconds.
The fish navigators.
The fish tank. Yeah.
I know. What's the name of the fish that we meet in the third book? Is it Edmund, Elmond,
I don't even remember.
Edric? It's Edric.
Edric.
Edric is the name of the Guild Navigator. He has to be in the next movie because
Are they
that's
gonna
like
bring back Duncan?
they have to. It's a major
That's
part.
kind of a weird plot, though. But yeah.
Well, but it's think about that trailer where they like at the very end of the trailer, it shows Duncan.
Yeah. Well, I think they would like to keep. I mean, people know the book, many people, but I think they would like to keep it for the movie. I think something.
That's
like
what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I think they have to spoil it. There's no way the studio lets him not say that fucking.
Well, especially
Duncan's
if he's one of
back.
the main bad guys or character, they're not gonna hide him from the whole marketing campaign.
I
and
think
they're
they'll
not
get
gonna
rid
hide
of the.
his
I think
face.
they'll get rid of the midget. I don't think the
Yeah.
midget is important to the plot. I think just
Yeah.
having Scytale is enough. They don't need the little wordsmith midget. Actually, somebody asked in the chat, how much screen time does Christopher Walken have? The answer is not enough and way too much at the same time. I think he's completely miscast as the Emperor, and they should have gotten somebody else to do it.
Yeah. He
That's
was
funny.
paceable. Yeah, paceable.
Yeah, the problem is he's Christopher Walken, and I don't know. I just couldn't take him seriously as the Emperor because even though he wasn't hamming it up, it's Christopher Walken. There's like no way
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
he
yeah.
he was not the perfect Shaddam for me. So,
Would
but
always be Nicolas Cage. Would always be
Timothy
Nicolas
Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet was and Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem was so good in.
you
the
know what's
movie.
funny is that I had just watched the new Wonka movie before Dune came out, and I hated it so much. And I hated
Yeah.
everything he did in that movie. I thought he was
Yeah.
terrible. And I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, God, now I got to go watch a 3-hour movie with this kid. Even though I knew he was good in the first one, and he can definitely act seriously very well. And after seeing it, it was like, holy fuck. He was so good.
Yeah, he's. But
So
also,
good.
Javier Bardem is so funny and good in the movie.
Oh, he
like,
is.
in
He's
the
a
second-
little bit too much. Like he's a little bit too
Yeah,
much
yeah.
of a blind follower, but he did a really good job. And it was a little bit of comic relief that we didn't expect out of Stilgar. So
He has
yeah.
really
Gotta
good
agree there.
face acting in that movie, like crazy facial expressions.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good. I like everybody was good. Gurney, so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad that we didn't get the one famous actor that was supposed to be in it, and they completely cut his part in the movie. I can't think of his name.
Steve Buscemi.
No,
As a-
there was
our
there was an actor that confirmed he filmed scenes, and they didn't say who he was going to play, but it ended up getting cut from the movie, and he was supposed to be in the entourage in the last scene, and then it was just removed. Him and the guy that played Thufir were removed from the movie. So,
Yeah.
oh well, it was good.
Overall, like there's one movie like this every like 10 or 20
Oh
years.
yeah.
It
5
was-
stars. 5 stars. I can bitch all day as a book reader, but it was still phenomenal.
Yeah.
'Cause
Phenomenal.
this is supposed to be like no one wants to adapt Dune on the big
No.
screen because it's crazy hard.
No,
It's
I
insane.
actually argued with somebody on Reddit yesterday that was like, I don't like the Villeneuve Dunes. I like the old ones better. And I was like, there is no measurable way that you can tell me that Lynch's Dune or the miniseries are better than this.
Yeah, no way.
Unless you are
And this
just
is-
gauging exact plot points from the book. That's the only metric because the miniseries is bad and the Lynch movie is horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is coming
the cool
from
thing-
David Lynch fans here. Okay.
Yeah.
The cool thing about
As much as
the
we like
third
it,
book,
like absolutely not.
the cool thing about the third book being average is that Denis Villeneuve and his writing team have a chance
To make it better.
even better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. All right, we've hit an hour and 10 minutes. That's enough. We were going to talk shit about De Nouveau, but fuck De Nouveau. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for
We had a lot of people watching this time. It was really nice. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Pedro. And we'll see you in a few weeks.
Bye bye.
Bye, Felicias.
Bye, Lazar.